Hey everybody, Colin here. I snuck away from the kids here for a few minutes so that I could do this video about calculating risk. Okay, now every time you make a trade, one of the first things you must think about is do not risk more than you're willing to lose. We use indicators and technical analysis to give us a better probability, right? To give us a likelihood of where a trade is going to go. But nobody in this world ever gets it right 100% of the time. Sometimes we're going to get it wrong. So you have to understand that you got to be okay with losing trades from time to time. As long as you win more trades than you lose, that's what counts. Now, here's how you calculate the risk. First and foremost, you have to understand how a lot size affects your account. So, a lot of times, if you just open up a trade, right? And if you just put it to the smallest lot size, which usually is 0.01, just go ahead and open up that trade and immediately close it, right? Look at the difference in the digits, right? In other words, it moved from what number to what number. And then look at how much it cost you, whether or not you made or you lost money. That will basically give you the idea of how much each lot size affects your account. So for me, because I have my leverage is like 500 to 1, when I trade at a 0.1 lot size, right, 0.01 lot size, then pretty much every digit movement, as I'm moving up and down, every digit movement is going to cost me 1 cent. Every digit movement. How do I know? Because I've been trading with my account for years. So I know exactly when I use a certain lot size, I know how each of these digits affects my account. So let's say every time, depending on the size of my account, each time I make a trade, I am willing to risk losing a maximum of $30 on my trade. Okay? So generally if I'm trading on let's say I'm trading on the 4-hour time frame, a lot of times I will jump into trades and I will probably set my stop loss at about 30 pips away. Okay, so in this case, if I took my trade right here, and let's say I want to do a sell order because I anticipate that the Euro USD is going to go down, right? So I'm entering a sell order right here at 1.12517. And I set a stop loss 30 pips away, right? So 10 pips would take me to, let's see, 10 pips would take me to, if this is 517, 617 is 10 pips, 717 would be 20 pips, 817 would be 30 pips, okay? So from the 521 to the 81, from 517 to 817 is a total of 30 pips, okay? And so I know then that basically if I trade at a 0.1 lot size, that means that for every pip, I'm going to make or lose $10. Okay? So that means that I am willing to risk $30 on my trade. I said, look, no matter what, I am removing the emotion. When I get into a trade, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 30 pips profit, or if it goes against me, it would be 30 pip loss. So on my trade, I'm thinking, what am I willing to lose if this trade doesn't go right? If this trade doesn't go right, then you know what? I'm okay if my loss is $30 for this trade. So this is how you calculate what you will make or lose on every single trade. Just open up an initial trade and put it on the smallest lot size, 0.01. Just go ahead and hit, let's say you go ahead and hit sell because you're expecting it to go down. Hit sell, and then go right back into that trade and just close the trade immediately, right? You just hold your finger down on the trade and you close it immediately. And that will show you a profit or a loss. You can calculate from there based on the digit movement from one place to the next and look at how much money you lost or gained. And then you'll say, oh, okay, so for every digit movement here, I am making X amount of cents or X amount of dollars. Once you understand that, then every time you get into a trade, you can say, you know what, okay, I am not willing to risk any more than $15 on this trade. So if I know that I'm going to get into this trade and I'm not willing to risk more than $15 on this trade, then I am going to trade, me personally on my account, I am going to trade at a 0.05 lot size, because based on my account leverage, if I go 30 pips, that's going to, and I get taken out of my trade because that's my stop loss gets triggered, that's going to cost me $15. So understanding the impact of the lot size on your account is exactly what's going to enable you to calculate your risk on every single trade. The bigger your account gets, the more you can obviously afford to risk, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. Just go ahead and do that and observe how much you made or lose, and look at the digit movements. How much did it move? It moved from 1.12521, and it moved to 1.12477. Look at how much money you made or lost in that little space of movement, and that will tell you, oh, okay, so based on this lot size, every time it moves X amount of digits, I make this much money or I lose that much money. So that will enable you going forward to say, okay, in every single trade, I know what I'm willing to risk, and you can do your trades from there. Okay? And as a general rule of thumb, I don't think that you should risk more than 2% of your account on every trade, right? I don't think you should risk more than maybe 3%. The most on your trades, right? So you shouldn't be trading with such an enormous lot size that just one trade, if it goes against you, then you've lost 30% of your account. That means you are trading with lot sizes that are way too big for your account. That's not a good practice, because you are going to lose some trades. None of us, no one ever wins every single trade. Okay? Hope this was beneficial to you guys. Take care.